Now, pertaining to the American officers that were hiding in the mountain, in Mount Summit until Olongapo, according to the book of Chris Shepard. I'm reading that.
Oh, good.
And some of these officers in the mountain were captured and they were killed by the Japanese. And Colonel Ramsey never stayed in the mountain, right?
Yes, that's right.
He stayed in Pampanga, taken care by several ladies in there.
Mona Schneider.
Snyder, there we go.
And one of these ladies, they grown up
Classified
and become a doctor in
Yes.
Canada.
Yes, Alice
Right, Alice Benitez.
and Aurora Dal.
Yeah, okay.
Very good.
So when we had that convention last time here, I asked those two ladies, what were you feeding the colonel? She says,
Leche Plan.
it's leche plan. It's what's that, custard?
Custard, yeah,
Yeah.
custard.
Egg cluster.
Egg custard.
Yeah. He is crazy about that. He said, you feed him every day, it's okay.
Raquel,
So,
did Ed know how to say I love you in Tagalog?
so anyway,
That's the first one on every list.
He won my heart ever.
Captain Fernandez, he whispered to me, you know Colonel Ramsey, when he was young, he looked like a movie actor.
Movie star. Movie star. Movie
But
star.
then, he was a good
Polo player.
horse rider.
A polo player.
Yeah,
Polo.
polo. Now, may I go back to Bataan, and General Wainwright loves to ride a horse.
Yes.
So, when we were having no more meat and food like that, he told the mess sergeant, you get my horse.
Wow.
We eat that first. So we start eating horses before the surrender. While we were in Bataan, we were all hungry and sick. The quinine start to become very low. No more quinine every afternoon. So we start to have malaria until we start the death march.
Wow.
Now, when me and my father was with a group in that death march, we arrived in San Fernando, Pampanga.
Let me interrupt you. You and your father were in the death march?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, because
My grandfather's son is going to
when the war was very imminent,
Wow.
and I was graduating from high school, he told me, when you finish high school, you better join the Scout. So I did join his company. So anyway, when we were loaded to the boxcar of 100 men, the boxcar in the Philippines is very small, not like the boxcar here in the States. They loaded 100 men. We were standing side by side. And when they closed the door, we were getting suffocated. The next stop of the train, they opened the door, they found 3 dead men. They pulled that out, and again the train started to run again. Next stop, they keep the door open. And all these women there, you know, they meet us, but they were not allowed yet to get off the train. What I'm trying to say is, when a lady was giving or told us, if anybody knows his son, can we give this food to his son, to her son? So I said to myself, oh my God, that is food. So I said, yes ma'am, give me the food, I gave it to your son. So I took that food. That was a long, you know, that container that jumped on top of itself. And I gave that food to the rest of the men in that car, while I took 2 pieces of chicken, one for me and one for my father. And from that time on, until about 5 years ago, I was in my heart, that was not good. I cheated that lady until I was put on a psychiatrist examination in VA, and I told psychiatrist that how I'm feeling. So the doctor says, well, says, you feed all the people in the boxcar? I said, yes, sir. That is not a sin, he says. You help your comrades, and that is survival. So,
How many people in that boxcar?
100.
And the capacity of that boxcar is about 50 or 30?
I don't know.
That's small, that was small. When we took that picture, we were at the Pastar lot. Well, we have that picture. And I think the capacity of that boxcar was only about 50. So if you put 100, 150 there, you just stand
Yeah.
close to the door. Is
Yeah.
that true, Joe?
You know,
Yeah.
yeah, because the Philippines, our tractor
Yeah.
is narrow, they call it narrow gauge.
So it has to small.
Here in the States, they call it standard. But in Russia and China, they use this broad type, you know, the Trans-Siberian train, those are broad.
Just imagine being on that boxcar with no air on that. You're just standing in there.
They're small.
There's no air, actually. Yeah.
4 days and they're dying there.
I never went, because they retired me to Bataan, you know. I wasn't at that march. But one day, when we were ready to, you know, we were in this compound, we got up early in the morning and went back to the road like that. And there were 3 U.S. Army trucks there, 4. And they got Filipino drivers, and they're pointing people like that. And they load them in the truck like that. You know, I'm rich Filipino, I was told.
You are
And
tall.
the night,
Average, you're
and the
very
night,
tall.
you know what we did? We returned to Bataan. We were the one who pick up all those equipment left by our forces, you know, when Bataan surrendered. They got all kinds of rifles, everything, steel pot, canteen, and load them in this truck and took them to Marbeles, that's where they did an army, and then the ducks in there, and they got these Japanese,
Yeah.
maroons.
Let me add to that too, and let me add to that, and I just wanted, eating your horse being a cavalryman,
Yeah,
that is last stand, especially General Wainwright and his horse, isn't that?
I used
be a
to ride
cavalry-
his horse.
Yes,
He was, before the war, before the bombing of Clark, we were stationed in, our troop was stationed in Nichols Field, they call it, in, Nichols, Parañaque. And all the department horses were there, like, I and McCarthy, we used to ride, go to our place there.
Okay, done.
okay, sure, that's good.